Ladies and gentlemen, the Hive Mind has returned with episode 2 of the podcast. I'm your host, K the God, with my co-host and fellow Hive Mind members. Go ahead and introduce yourselves, ladies and gentlemen.
Already know.
I'm in.
It's Grayson,
Yeah.
leader of the Hive Mind. That's how you
King
know.
6, Rick Ross, biggest boss. We back.
I'm Grav. You guys know me as a lantern guy on TikTok.
And yo, I'm Abyss. You probably see me on TikTok.
All right. Today, ladies.
I was about to follow. I was about to ear. Whoa! I was about to cook this guy.
You're about what?
Today, ladies and gentlemen, we have a plethora of topics. Let me pull those up for us. Starting things off, we have Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars. That's going to be the first topic. After that, we have what should the direction of the MCU be post Secret Wars. Then we have top 5 MCU projects. And then we're going to finish things off with a Lanterns segment because we know Gravity Titan is going to yap our ears off when it comes to that part.
Yep.
With that being said, Avengers Doomsday. Excuse me, sir. I'm giving my I'm trying to run the show. All right. Let's
Well then go on.
You know, I'm just
Do
saying.
your job, bro.
I'm trying. I'm trying.
Go.
Do your job, podcast.
With that,
Get this rolling.
with that being said, we are starting off with Avengers Doomsday and Secret Wars. Do you guys know anything in particular regarding these projects, or do I have to kind of turn the
Oh shit, my bad.
Yeah, it is your bad, buddy.
Bro, I'm not bad, bro. My bad. I'm getting
Yeah,
You
bro.
thought it was me, but my ring is off.
Bro, y'all be, bro. Bro, we gotta get professional on this. Get professional, bro. I'm gonna have to edit these curses out now, bro. It is what it is. Anyways,
You curse.
Bro, who are texting me.
bro, I'm gonna have to, bro. Avengers Doomsday. Do I have to like run things down for you guys, or do you guys kind of know what's happening?
You have to.
Run it down.
I know nothing.
Yeah,
Okay, well,
I
we obviously know that Doom is the villain, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we know that much, but
Let's start
I
there
mean,
then. Hold on, let's start there. This is kind of old, but like, what do you guys think about Robert Downey Jr. as Doctor Doom?
I'm not feeling it personally.
I think it's a can of bounce that ass. I'm not gonna lie, that shit's bad.
What? What does that even mean?
Bro, it means it's a bad casting. It's lazy. It's lazy casting at its best. I think that you could have easily went and got a significantly, not to say Robert Downey is a bad actor, but you could have easily got someone that fit the Doctor Doom archetype way easier than Robert Downey.
They just did it to have hype moments like that. That's
It was
nothing else.
I think it was just a cash grab thing because they see Robert Downey Jr. coming back as Doctor Doom. Like that's just like a quick. I think it is a quick cash grab for them.
One more thing. I know I curse, but I just have to say, like, just let's not curse. I know I just did it, so I'm like contradicting myself. But like 6, I heard you say I just gotta give us a
You gotta lead by example.
Yeah, exactly. That's on me though. That's on me though. I messed it up. As team leader, that's on me. Abyss, do you have any thoughts? You look like you've been wanting to say something.
First of all, absolutely nobody thinks you're team leader.
Listen, it's not about what you guys think. It's about what the audience thinks. Everyone knows. Listen, we don't have to talk about it.
You can check the comments.
We don't need, bro. Bro, they were glazing Grayson because it's the first time he showed his face.
Yep.
Yeah, that's leader activity.
All right, let's rein it back in. Let's rein it back in. Give your thoughts on the casting of Doctor Doom, please, sir.
I think genuinely there's no reason to. For a character like Doom, he doesn't show his face because he has a mask. You could have easily just casted some like crazy 7-foot tall dude. I don't think he's canonically 7 feet, but he's supposed to tower over people. And then the same way that you do Vader, or they did Vader in the OG trilogy, you have a completely different voice actor voicing over like this body double. You can make Doom like 1,000 different ways. You can comically accurate, but
no, that works. I think another thing about Robert Downey Jr., which ruins like the whole thing, is I think.
What are we laughing at?
Sorry, go ahead.
Voice crack.
Go ahead. Continue.
Go ahead, Grayson. Continue.
The thing about RDJ, like being Doom, I think it also ruins Doctor Doom's character, like too, from the comic. Because like having RDJ, he was like the face of the MCU for like 10 years, like basically. Even like to some would say like he's still the face of the MCU. Nobody's really been able to take that spot over him. you just bring that guy back and he's like your new villain. Obviously, they're gonna compromise Doom's story in some type of way to make it so that like Robert Downey or Iron Man is like the main
Dude.
focal point of the movie instead of Doctor Doom.
It's feeling like that line from the fucking Star Wars movie. Somehow Palpatine returned.
Exactly.
Like,
Yeah,
just
like
let
it-
it die,
yeah.
bro.
No, I
Like,
agree with
bring
that.
back.
100%.
Another thing too is that I feel like, of course I know it's like different universe things, and like I've always been against. I feel like in certain aspects, like in comic books or comic book movies or whatever, I feel like they should like let some people like stay at least for a little bit, stay there. I feel like it also takes a big fat dookie dump on Robert Downey Jr.'s death and what happened in Endgame and everything like that. I also just think like I said, it just takes a fat dump on that too as well. It's like that shit, like, you know, I don't know. I think that's just foolish to do.
I agree.
I'm with you for sure. It makes his death feel so much like
Yeah,
less weight because like he's coming. Like maybe they're not gonna do Iron Man comes back, but like because it's RDJ, I already know like how they operate.
if you associate that with Iron Man, like Iron Man somehow is going to be when Robert Downey Jr.
Robert
gets
Judy
revealed as
down
Dr.
here.
Doom.
Robert
When Robert
Judy
Downey-
down here.
when
Just say
Robert Downey
RDJ.
down
Just
here,
say
when RDJ gets revealed as Dr. Doom, there's some characters that are gonna bring up Iron Man and stuff like that. So it's just I think it's I don't know, just foolish. to me.
Also, I saw like a tweet about this. I don't know if this is true or not, but is it looking like Chris Evans is also coming back for the movie?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
He's for sure coming back. I'm pretty sure people also saw him like while he was while in Doomsday, or is Doomsday first or Secret Wars first?
Doomsday first. Doomsday
Doomsday
first.
first. Doomsday was
That goes
filming,
into Secret
that
Wars.
like it's like him back in shape, clean shaven and everything. So he's got that
Okay.
Captain America look to him again.
Captain America.
Captain
Um,
America.
No.
That's-
That was me. I had a brain fart. I thought you said Chris Hemsworth.
Oh,
I thought you said Chris
Yeah.
Hemsworth. That's why I was like Captain America, but I forgot he said Chris Evans. I got confused.
Mhm.
I don't know if I'm cooking with this, but low key, this is low key copium as well. What if Robert Downey Jr. isn't actually playing Doctor Doom, and they announced him as Doom to hide the fact that he's really coming back as Iron Man, and the real Doctor Doom actor is someone completely different that we don't know?
Mhm. Maybe like
Yeah.
a
but like
This is just like S tier copium, but like if it happened, that's what I'm saying. That shit would be fire because you're not spoiling his return as Iron Man, right? Because like obviously y'all talking about the death, you don't want to ruin that. You want to do that properly. So you don't want to tell the audience, hey, he's gonna be in this movie. You want to kind of like do it secretively, and obviously we know they're not going to keep the secret because there's a bunch of scoopers that are going to leak everything, like they did with Andrew and
Yeah.
Toby and
Yep.
No Way Home, and even with the DCU, everything's getting leaked before it even comes out. So that to me, that's a good way to get out in front of it. But again, it's probably copium, so I don't know. But if
Yeah,
that
and
was the case,
also,
that would be
like,
fire.
did everyone here see Fantastic Four?
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
all know
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
that end credit scene, right?
Mhm.
Like, I
Mhm.
really hope, like, obviously this is also copium too. I really hope, like, he just wanted to, like, give her a mask, right? That's not what he's holding, and like his own mask. Because one of the biggest things about Doctor Doom is he does not show his face. There are very, very few people who have ever seen it in the first place. And one of his first scenes that we're possibly going to see is him without his mask on. That just doesn't
Yeah,
make
no,
a
for
lot of
sure.
sense.
Like,
To be fair, it is in front of Franklin Richards. It's not like it's well, and we also don't know the history there between like Reed and this universe's Doom because it's like off camera, like we haven't seen
Mhm.
any of this Fantastic Four's history. So if they do have a similar dynamic to what they do in the comics, I don't think it would be that crazy for him to reveal his face to Franklin specifically. It's not like Franklin's just like a random like bystander or
Yeah.
something like that.
Hmm.
So I don't know.
But
I didn't
Doom
mind that.
Doom doesn't have the chance. Doom never
He
just
can't take
has
it
the
off.
chance to show people.
yeah, it's like burned onto
Yeah.
his
Yeah,
face.
Yeah, I
like,
know. No, I'm aware of that. Yeah. I don't know. I think if they're going that route, but then again, it kind of like opens the door again, and maybe it probably is like Robert Downey, and like it's probably not the same Doom that we.
Bro,
want.
they outright said as Doctor Doom. Like they just be lying. Like it's like a complete
Well, I mean,
150.
they've never.
But, I mean, we've seen that before though. People lie about roles that they're playing.
Misleading.
Huh?
Like Marvel themselves have never been one to like shy away from misleading the audience. Like
Yeah.
when they like do their trailers, they like digitally alter their trailers so it doesn't give away stuff. Like
Yeah.
They did that with No Way Home.
No Way Home.
using his eye. In like the Infinity War trailer, they showed like Thanos without all the stones when he came to
Yeah.
Earth. Yeah, so like they're not like scared to like alter the trailers to make it seem a different way. Even like this is a completely different studio, but like in the Batman, remember they had leaks of Selena Kyle at like the funeral place to make it seem like that's who was gonna like come out of the limo from
Oh
Falcone.
yeah.
So it's like yeah, they might do stuff like that to mislead the. I mean, this would be way bigger scale, but like still doing something to.
That's why it would be
mislead
so
your
fire though, because like
audience.
it would literally fool
Be
everyone.
the first one to do it,
And
yeah.
then you don't have anyone trying to find out who's playing Doctor Doom because you technically already announced who it is. So
Yeah.
Another thing about Doomsday is I feel also too that everybody that's I strongly think that everybody that's coming back from like the Fox universe is probably gonna die. I definitely think that
1000%.
they're
For sure.
definitely
They're
going
killing
to
off the
die.
universe.
Which
Nah,
yeah,
wait, hold on, pause. I don't know if they die in Doomsday, but in Secret Wars probably.
Mhm.
yeah,
Yeah,
they're
there's
definitely one of
going
those
to be
two.
deaths in like Doomsday for sure. Like
Mhm.
Doomsday is going to work the same way Infinity War worked, where like the heroes are going to lose at the end of the movie.
Mhm.
Like I don't see any universe where that doesn't happen. And then Secret Wars, what probably happens at the end of Doomsday is like Doom creates Battle World, and then Doomsday will just open with the heroes on Battle World, or not Doomsday.
Mhm.
Secret Wars will open with them on
Mhm.
Battle World.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, I think
possible.
that is the plan for
Mhm.
sure. Speaking of Battle World and obviously like the multiverse and things of that nature, moving forward, this is still the same topic of like Doomsday and Secret Wars, but what do you guys think is going to be the like final universe that they settle on? Like, do you think this is going to pull elements from the past X-Men universe, so like the Fox verse? Like, you think Hugh Jackman's going to stay? Do you think who else? I really think if anyone stays, it'll probably only just be him. I don't really
Michael
think anyone
Fassbender,
else.
all them, like
Oh
I
yeah,
don't know. If he's,
I forgot about them. Yeah, Michael Fassbender, James McAvoy as
Yes.
Professor
like
X.
Yes.
are they
Those
still?
are the only two actors that I would want to stay.
Yeah,
Magneto
because
and Professor
the
X.
other one, Professor. Well, he's well, they're definitely going to keep him. Well, like I know, like they're not going to keep like the actors and
Are you
stuff like that.
sure?
But I know what's his name. What's his name is retiring after Doomsday, isn't he?
Who?
Who?
The dude that plays
Patrick Stewart.
Patrick
Patrick
Stewart. Patrick Stewart is
Oh,
Uh,
retiring after
well, we don't need him back.
Doomsday.
He's no
I'm about to
I
say,
know,
disrespect.
but
like,
You know,
no, I know. I'm like, but it's like you know what I'm saying. That's
I'm
like
talking
that's
about
too
I'm talking
much.
about I'm talking about James McAvoy, the young Professor
yeah, he's
X. I
talking
feel
about
like
like the
Man,
young
no,
variant.
I
Is he
I
even
just
confirmed for Doomsday? Or sorry, yeah, Doomsday. McAvoy and Fassbender aren't confirmed. It's only
yeah,
Ian McKellen and
it's only the old.
yeah, I
yeah,
know.
it's the only
But
one.
I'm talking about like Doomsday and Secret Wars. I think in Secret Wars we're gonna get even more of like the multiverse. So I think, and even still, like James McAvoy and Michael Fassbender, they're the younger versions of Ian McKellen and
Mhm.
Patrick Stewart. So
Yeah.
I
No,
think
I'm
it's
just saying
possible.
whether they're going to be in the movie itself.
Maybe Secret
Like,
Wars. I don't. Maybe not Doomsday, but I think Secret Wars for sure. They should be in Secret Wars. I don't see why.
Mm.
Like,
I don't know.
excuse me. Secret Wars is the project that Marvel should be throwing all their cards on the table in my opinion. Like that. That's the movie where Ghost Rider, the X Men, Spider Man, Toby, Andrew, everyone needs to be in Secret Wars. If everyone's not in
Yeah.
Secret Wars, it's like kind of a you're losing the plot at that point. Like you're just wasting an opportunity. That's just my
Not
opinion.
really. Honestly, I think for Secret Wars, it's not as big of a deal that we need to get all these cameos just because Doomsday is going to have that. I feel like for Secret Wars, Endgame kind of had this issue where they were like really focused on callbacks and hype moments and aura, and I think it kind of harmed the story a bit. I think Secret Wars should be more focused on like tying every like the narrative through line of the first like what is it, 15 years of the MCU? How long has it been? Almost
Since
20.
2008. So
Yeah,
like,
almost 20 years of the MCU,
Almost
just
20.
tie it all together, and then get like a full. For me, what I want like a full reboot of the MCU, like when it restarts. So like completely new actors for everybody. Maybe keep like, I know like Chris Hemsworth said he wants to play Thor for a long time, so maybe keep Chris Hemsworth. But other than that, like I want a new Captain America, a new Iron Man, new Black Panther,
I agree.
all new X-Men.
This actually segues beautifully into the second topic, which is should the MCU like full on reboot or should it be a softer reboot where some elements are retained from the prior MCU? What do you guys think? Grayson, you just obviously stated your opinion.
Yeah, no, for sure.
I feel like some elements should be written, but like for the most part, I'm with Grayson. I feel like most of it, like I think like a good like 90% should be
Yes.
scrubbed clean and just hope start anew. I think.
I'm with
Yeah,
you.
I'm all for that. Like, I think I agree 90% because I don't want to see another origin movie. Like
Mhm.
I'm tired of just, oh, it's a new actor, another origin movie. Like Spider-Man had that problem. We had origins with Tobey Maguire and then origins with Andrew Garfield, which is why I'm happy they didn't do that with Tom Holland.
To be
But
fair,
the
oh,
big thing
go ahead.
here is like I still do want to see like some first interactions here, like Captain America and Wolverine's first interaction and stuff like that.
What I wanted to say about Spider-Man specifically, I'm like also pro like clean reboot. I do think that in terms of storytelling and the progression of the characters up until this point, I do think that those things should be kept intact, but I think that we need new faces like everywhere. For Spider-Man
Yeah.
specifically, if I was in charge, what I'm doing is I'm getting rid of Tom Holland, and this isn't like to disrespect Tom Holland Spider-Man at all. I think he's a really good Spider-Man. He's also just already been talking about he wants to settle down with his wife Zendaya, which like completely understandable. Like I get it. I understand. You know what I'm saying? So he wants to have a kid, he wants to have a life. If you're playing Spider-Man, you're gonna have to be in movies like every 2 to 3 years. So you kind of
Mhm.
like you gotta lock into that role for real. He's already about to be 30. Spider-Man, while he does age, like typically he's younger. If I was in charge, I'm rebooting Spider-Man specifically, and I'm not starting his story over because we've already seen the Spider-Man story, but I would make it so that his like lore now is a little bit more comic accurate. Like I would have it so that Uncle Ben was the one that he lost, not Aunt May. I would have it so that he's friends with Harry Osborn. I would have it so that he's like past the high school like phase.
Would
Obviously,
you say like Gwen Stacy would be alive at this point, and all of his like? Would you just put him into college like how he was in like the 80s and stuff? Just have him like
I
college
would
aged.
I would probably say college age, and probably I don't know if I would do Gwen Stacy. I probably would give him like a traditional MJ because he didn't have that in the MCU.
Mm-hmm.
Traditional MJ, and then from there I would just have it so he's already
What?
been in the role of Spider-Man for like years and he's very experienced, but he just has like, obviously he met the Avengers, things of that nature. We're just kind of like similar to the DCU. We're just starting off in a specific point and taking off from there. That's what I would do with Spider-Man specifically.
Like I would say, if you want to start him off,
Wait.
like start him off, but like early. Like he got bit by the spider in high school. Maybe he's met a few of his villains like Vulture, Sandman, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But like have him in college, make it like so he just met Harry and Gwen and Mary Jane, and he just got like his friend group going in college. There is where you can have like his relationships flourish. That's where you can have like the death of Gwen Stacy. You can have his like relationship with MJ evolve and all that. Like if you wanted to do a more traditional MJ, I'm not sure if they're gonna go with a traditional MJ route since they are like I know they had an unorthodox MJ for the
MCU.
MCU, but like I think they just switched to Gwen because I think that's who Sadie Sink's character is gonna play in the new Spider-Man movie.
Oh yeah, I forgot about her. Yeah, this is
What
true.
did you want to say, Six?
Also bringing Venom into
Yeah.
the
Yes.
MCU as well,
Yes.
because that horrific blue ball that we had, I think it was in Venom. I
Yeah,
think
when
it was in the
he-
second Venom movie
yeah.
where he went through the portal, but then like the Venom symbiote dropped off of it, and we thought, oh, we're about to get Venom in the MCU just for them to be like, nope, no, we're good. We don't we don't need that in the MCU.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I really want to see him in the MCU too.
Another thing that I think would be really good for the MCU post Secret Wars is now we get to see a lot more street tier interactions that like we've been missing. I think Gravity, I don't remember who it was, but I think it might have been Gravity, mentioned like Wolverine and Captain America,
Yeah. Yeah.
Spider-Man, Daredevil, the Defenders, Luke Cage. So we're probably about to get that in Daredevil season 2, Born Again
Yeah.
season 2.
Definitely.
So I think that's definitely an avenue that should be like fully explored. Because Marvel, I'm not gonna lie, if it's one thing that I would say Marvel does better than DC in terms of like pushing their characters to the forefront, it's with their street tiers. Like in the source material,
That is
street tiers are definitely more at the forefront for Marvel than DC. DC is kind of just Batman, Nightwing, Bat Family heavy. If you're tied to Batman, you get a lot of push as a street tier. Not always.
Yeah.
Azrael gets, the short end of the stick, but that's neither here nor there. But yeah, Marvel just does a great job of that. I think that they should also take that route for the movies as well. That would just be what I would do.
I think Marvel does this really well, and Kevin Feige said this before too, where they like separate their cosmic side, their street tier side, and like
Yeah.
even like planetary side. But like Marvel has this cool thing that they do where like every character kind of has their own world. Like Captain America, he has his own world. Wolverine, I mean, I guess it's like in the mutant world, but then like every character, Daredevil has his own
Iron
world.
Man has his
Iron
own
Fist
world.
kind of has his own world. Every
I-
character has their own kind of like they interconnect to some degree. Like obviously, like Winter Soldier is the one who killed Wolverine's like family. In
Are you saying Marvel does that to a better degree than DC, or are you just saying in general?
Yeah, I think that DC really for their street tiers, they really only have that they push. I mean, Green Arrow and Batman. Like Batman's world, like Nightwing, he's his own character, but he's in Batman's world. Oracle, she's her own character, like she's connected to Birds of Prey, but she's really
You're talking
in
about
Batman.
street tier specifically. When you're talking
Street
about
tier
like in their own
specifically, yeah.
worlds. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, I think DC's cosmic side is better. Like obviously Green Lantern, he has his
Yes.
thing.
Yep.
Yeah, I
He does his own
was about to say,
thing.
if we're talking about overall, I disagree.
No. I'm saying DC Street Tier specifically, they really only have two worlds that are like really pushed nowadays, and that's Green Arrow and it's Batman. So like if you're not a part of those two worlds, you really don't get pushed like that. Which I mean is fair. Like that's their like two best, but you know.
One thing I also wonder, what are like some like people? Okay, so I know we all agreed that like for the most part that we want to reset on most of it, but like what are some people that you, if you had like to have like a few people return for some roles, would you want to keep for some roles like in the new like post Secret Wars?
I
Like
think we should let Abyss go. Abyss hasn't said anything in a while.
Yeah, go ahead.
He looks lonely over there.
He's not here, bro. He's not here.
He's not here, bro.
He's not here.
Go ahead, bro.
I'm listening. It's just I'm not gonna lie. If we're doing the full reboot, I don't want to see anybody return like at all. I don't think anything works like halfway or 90% either. It's either you're gonna reboot the shit and get everybody gone, or you're gonna keep like everybody. Unfortunately for the MCU though, you have such a foundation with the Infinity Saga that you can't like take bits and pieces of that, put it in a new world, and then it mean anything. I'd love for it just to be a hard like just crazy retcons everywhere to keep what we have in Infinity Saga. It just doesn't work. So at the end of the day, if they are gonna go with that, just cast new people everywhere. Nobody come back.
I pretty much
for sure.
agree. I just think, again, to this point, I agree. I just would want them to not start from scratch. So, like, even if it's a new continuity, I don't want to see Spider-Man get bit by a spider again. I don't want to see Captain America get pulled out of the ice again. I don't want to see Iron Man build his first suit again. Like, I don't want to see that. Like, just, we know that these characters have these origins. We know that they exist. We know that they've been heroing for a while. Just start from there and let's build up to the next thing. Maybe Thanos can exist already and they've already fought Thanos or encountered him at least.
If you start from that point though, don't keep that like don't see like Iron Man create his first suit, but just if you're gonna do that and not even bother showing it in the MCU, just ditch it and replace it with the comic origin and just.
No, that's what I'm saying. And this new universe is a fresh starting point. So now everything that we do in the MCU, while we could use that as like our own kind of like template to like what we know about the characters, because we're not going to see these origins again, you just use it to be like, okay, well, now this happened a little bit more accurate to the source. So for Spider-Man, for example, he lost Uncle Ben instead of Aunt May. Simple. Like, we just know, like, okay, like, Aunt May's alive in this universe. Cool. I think that works, like, very well. And then, like, another thing, too, we didn't even mention, Black Panther needs to come back. He has to come back.
Yes, 100%.
And it's probably going to be Damson Idris that's playing him. Like, that's just obvious. They've been teasing it left and right with, like, him at the photo shoot with the cast.
I don't think he's going to be in Doomsday and Secret Wars, low-key.
You think he's going to be in it, or he's not going to be in it?
I think he is. I think, like, why would they be talking about it this early when they don't even have, like, a Black Panther movie or show even, like, announced or even in development?
They do. Ryan Coogler is doing Black Panther 3.
He said, well, 3, yeah, but... Yeah. Actually, I guess you're right.
Yeah. That's the dude from
Snowfall. Yeah. Franklin saying, I built this shit brick by brick.
Not only that, he's like been like, when people have asked him about like playing Black Panther, he's been like,
he literally said yes, no, like one time.
Yeah, exactly. So
he was in the running for Jon Stewart too in the DCU. I wanted him to lose, not because I didn't think he would be a good Jon. I just feel like he's better for Black Panther in my opinion.
Yeah.
And whoever Aaron Pierre who won the role is better for Jon in my opinion. So
yes,
I definitely didn't want him to do that.
He's really gonna care. Speaking of Lanterns, I think that's a perfect segue into the greatest superhero show ever created.
Well, real quick, how long are we into this podcast right now?
We're about 24 minutes in. We do still have to do MCU, top 5 MCU projects.
Top 5 MCU. Yeah.
We're gonna save Lanterns for the end because we already know it's gonna be a meltdown from Mr. Cat Ears.
It'll just be me, pointing out every single bad decision made, which there's a lot.
I just ask that you don't curse and like call names
I
when
won't.
you do it. Okay,
I
that's all that
Family
matters.
friendly gravity.
I won't
Yeah.
call names, but I'll let the audience figure out who I'm talking about.
No, you can say like who you think is at fault. I'm just saying don't like insult or like like you know what I'm saying. Don't overstep. Like just keep it cool. But
Okay.
top 5 MCU projects, being that we're on the latter end of what we know the MCU as, because we're about to go into a reboot potentially. Who wants to kick it off? I can kick it off. Grayson, you can kick it off. Six, you can kick it off.
Let the group leader Grayson do it.
Grayson.
Yeah. Leader of the Hive mind.
Shows, too, or just the movies?
Projects. It doesn't matter. Shows, movies.
Okay, well, number one, easily Daredevil, Netflix Daredevil. I think that's like probably the greatest.
Yeah, that was kind of tied to the MCU. Okay.
It is. It was always intended to be the MCU. They just...
Yeah. So if we're counting that, I think that's like the best media like Marvel has ever produced.
I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that.
Yeah, so that's number one. Number two, my goat, Captain America, Winter Soldier, bro. Wait.
Okay.
Is it anything Marvel or anything MCU?
MCU.
Okay. Number two, Captain America, Winter Soldier. That's probably what I'm going with. Okay. Number three, probably Infinity War for number three. Number three is Infinity War. Okay. Number four, Loki, Age of Ultron. I like Age of Ultron a lot. No, Age of Ultron is fire, bro. Age of Ultron for number 4.
It's a good movie.
Yeah, the number 5, it might be a tie. Actually, number 5, it's between Civil War or Thunderbolts. Because I really like Thunderbolts.
Thunderbolts
really
in the top 5?
Top 5?
It's top 5, bro.
That's crazy.
It's not. It's really not crazy. It's between Civil War and... I like Captain America a lot, so I think I'm gonna go with Civil War.
But I'm not gonna lie. I have to say this. I have to say this here and now. Thunderbolts is the most overrated MCU movie that I've ever seen in my entire life. The shit. Hold on. Pause. Let me pause.
You don't deserve an opinion.
Pause. The only issues with the Flash. Hold on. Wait. Pause. We'll get back to that Flashpoint in a second. Thunderbolts. Let me set up for this. Thunderbolts has all of the criticisms that you guys tried to apply to Captain America: Brave New World. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it.
100%.
You guys said that Captain America: Brave New World was boring. Completely disagree. I feel like the plot kept us in the movie the whole entire time. Thunderbolts, however, I'm sorry, it does not make you care about Yelena at all. It does not make you care about... I don't even remember these characters' fucking names. It does not make you care about the girl, who's Ghost. The Ant-Man, Ghost. It does not make you care about Yelena's pops. His comedy horrible the entire film. I laughed maybe twice. And it's forced jokes the entire time. None of them land. The entire film. None of them land. The only characters. Hold on.
Every joke in the Superman movie.
Every
single one of them. He was front.
I didn't laugh at every joke in the Superman movie. The only jokes that I laughed at in the Superman movie was the Jimmy Olsen jokes, because those were actually funny. And I laughed at Guy's moments. Guy Gardner.
You came out and said the movie was funny.
It was funnier than Thunderbolts, easily.
The part where you lost me is where you said the story didn't make you care about Yelena.
Yeah,
I did not care. I did not care.
Oh no, it made me care.
It made me care.
I cared about Agent Walker. I cared about Bob Century, and that was it. And Bucky. That was it.
Wait, hold on. You cared about Walker because you actually watched Falcon and Winter Soldier. Did you watch Black Widow?
I sure did.
Nobody believes you.
Wallahi, God strike me down right now if I didn't watch. I watched Black Widow when it premiered on Disney Plus. I watched it when it premiered, and I was so angry. I was so angry because the movie was actually seeming pretty good until the Taskmaster controversy stepped into frame, and then Assmaster stepped into frame. Now all of a sudden a movie goes from a potential 8 to 9 to now it's at a 3 because of one dumbass decision that could have easily been avoided.
3, really?
Yes, not even, bro. Bro, hold on. I'm sorry.
The bait and switch for Taskmaster was like ass. I agree with you. The bait and switch was ass, but Other than Taskmaster, I like the Black Widow. Like it's not like top like 5 or anything. But
So okay, so in other words, guys, what he's saying is, other than the main antagonist of the film, or one of the main antagonists of the film,
yeah,
the movie's still good. Which is like, how can you say the movie is still good when one of the biggest parts of the movie is bad?
I think the characters themselves are like I think Alexi's a pretty likable character. I think that what's his name, Yelena. Obviously, people like. Look, I like Yelena.
That movie didn't make me. That movie didn't make me care about Yelena either.
I'm not gonna hold you. I think not to derail. I think honestly, and this may be an unpopular opinion. I think it is. I think Multiverse of Madness is better than Thunderbolts. I think Multiverse of Madness.
Yes, that's not that. That's the correct take. That's the correct take.
Is a better movie.
Multiverse. The only I'm not. Pause. Six. Pause. The only reason people hate Multiverse of Madness is because they thought it was going to be what we're going to get in Secret Wars, and it wasn't.
Yeah.
That's the only reason why people hate that movie. The actual movie itself isn't really that bad. Wanda as the villain was actually pretty solid. What?
I don't think the movie's bad, but I don't think it's as good as the first Doctor Strange. The first Doctor Strange, I really like.
Oh no, I don't think so.
No one said it was. No one said it was.
I don't think it's good as the first Doctor Strange. And I don't think it's as good as Thunderbolts. I think I like most of the Thunderbolts characters more than I like any of the. Sentry is so much better than Wanda in that movie. It's not even funny, bro.
Your goat, Mr. Dynamic is in Multiverse of Madness, bro. Like
to be fair, the Illuminati in that movie is
Mr.
pretty bad.
Dynamic.
But
it is.
Deadass, like,
It was just there to be hype. That's
Yeah,
the only
yeah.
reason Illuminati was there. No other reason.
But what I would go ahead.
But Thunderbolt's not even. It's my 6, bro, because I like Captain America more, so I put Civil War at 5. Thunderbolts
Okay.
is my 6. Yeah.
All right,
I'll go next.
Gravity. Go ahead. Go ahead.
All right. So I agree with Grayson's first two. I think Daredevil is by far the best, and then I think it's Captain America: Winter Soldier. But for the next
Okay.
one, but for number 3, I have Infinity War, and at number
Okay.
4, and this is very biased because he's always been one of my favorite Marvel characters since I was young. I have Loki. I
Oh, the
absolutely love that show.
Mhm.
I love it so much. Both seasons are phenomenal, especially the ending of the second season.
Mhm.
I love it. And at number 5, there's a lot of potential number 5s here. To be safe, I'll do Civil War as well, because like my big thing is I love movies that are super rewatchable. Like I could just watch them over and over and over again and not be bored at all. And Civil War and Winter Soldier are just 2 of those movies. Like I can do that all the time, so I'll put Civil War at 5.
Wait, Loki, give your Grayson, you can give your give an honorable like mention, like what you would have like as an honorable mention as for.
Oh, as an
for your
honorable mention, I would probably put Black Panther. I really like that movie.
Mhm.
Okay,
Like
that's
outside of the questionable CGI, it was a really good movie,
So it was
and
a
I was
solid
into
movie,
it
really
the
solid movie.
entire time. I love it.
That's
Okay.
but Black Panther's a good one. But I think Thunderbolts is just my honorable mention because it didn't make my list, right?
Well,
Yeah.
you tried to put it on the list, but
Yeah, we had to nip that shit. We had to nip that in the bud. We had to
Yeah.
nip that in the bud.
We didn't even go over Age of Ultron. I don't know why everybody made a face at Age of Ultron.
I respect the Age of Ultron pick more than Thunderbolts personally.
Yeah, that's not a
but,
crazy pick. That's not a
Abyss. Abyss, go ahead, buddy.
I was trying to pull because I have mine like on
You have it.
Letterboxd.
Oh,
but-
okay. I have mine on Letterboxd
like-
too. That's why I was trying to pull it
Yeah.
up.
You use Letterboxd, guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the most interesting turn of events ever. I'm not gonna lie.
Bro,
Why?
like that's what I'm saying. Like, what's this guy talking about?
When we say MCU, are we talking about like is Fox counting an MCU now? Or
It's
No,
just-
I mean, all right. You know what, Loki? I was thinking about it because technically, they like Loki is MCU now.
Yeah, but not gonna redo my
No,
list.
we
Yeah.
can't do that. We can't do
No, no,
that.
no, like, the
Alright.
list-
Just don't
redo my
include
list,
Fox.
there's
Don't
one
include
MCU
Fox.
movie there.
Okay.
'cause if we were doing that, Logan just on the list. But
Okay.
I would say 1 Infinity War. It just has the best combination of storytelling and visuals. Everything's great in that movie. 2 Civil War, which is yes, Grayson, better than Winter Soldier by every metric. It's a better movie. Then I have Winter Soldier at 3, Guardians 4, and then Daredevil 5.
Oh,
Or so wait, hold on. Guardians 3 is at number 4, and then
Mhm.
Daredevil. Guardians
You
3
think
is a top 5
Guardians
MCU
3
movie.
is better than Daredevil?
Guardians 3 is pretty good. I can't lie.
What's your honorable mention?
I don't agree, but I think Guardians 3 is solid.
My
Um,
honorable
think it's a
mention would
good
be
movie.
My honorable mention is Age of Ultron.
That's completely valid. I like that.
K or 6 once
Age
again.
of Ultron. Wait, hold on.
Take
Before we
yours.
move, Age of Ultron has the best Avengers lineup in the
Yes.
MCU. The core
Yes.
7, the best Avengers teamwork in any movie because they have to work as a unit, like together. Everybody has a designated role. They're doing it perfectly. Arguably the best Avengers set piece outside of the big CGI battle with Thanos at the end. Sokovia, like the set piece itself, one of the best in the Avengers movie. Great introductions to new characters. Everybody's done well. All 3 of them. Best visuals, arguably the best on-screen Iron Man suit, like in the MCU. Captain America has aura. Ultron is an aura villain. It's just
Ultron's a top 5 MCU villain. Top 5.
the hate Age of Ultron gets is completely forced. Age of Avengers is completely forced. The same people that'll diss Age of Avengers like the Incredible Hulk 2008 and ride for that movie.
He's saying
Age of Avengers.
Yeah, Age of the Avengers. What is he talking about?
Age of the Avengers. You mean Age of Ultron, bud?
That being said, I think Ultron does have really good.
Who said Robert Jr.?
That was 6. That was 6. That was 6. That was 6.
Pipe down.
That was
Grayson's
6.
on voice crack like 3. He needs to pipe down. Gravity said some messed up word too. He like reversed 2 words together. I don't even remember what he said.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't hop on my nuts like I'm the problem here.
Listen, bro. 2 of this is I'm not thinking. I just wanted to say that I do think that Ultron has really good dialogue. Like I'd argue, his dialogue is probably. You could make the case it's better than Thanos' dialogue. You could make the case. The scene where he first like comes out and they're all like having that little like get together in the little living
he's
room.
in that broken body.
Like there are no strings on me. Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. It is tough.
Strings on me.
It is tough. It is tough. That being said, my list.
Did you grow up when that song came out?
What'd you say? I didn't hear a question. What was the question?
Hey, Six, did you grow up when that song came out? Six, you grew up when it came out?
All right, let's disregard that.
35, bro.
Let's disregard that. My list is at number 1. Obviously, I have Infinity War. I think that Infinity War is the best project that the MCU put out, in my opinion. Following that, I have. This is probably an unpopular opinion. Actually, no, I'm lying. I'm not gonna go there because I forgot we can include shows. I'm gonna go Daredevil at the second spot. I think that Daredevil is probably the most faithful adaptation that the MCU has. I would say off the top of my head, and just being immersed into that dark, it's refreshing compared to everything else you get in the MCU.
Yeah.
Which brings me to the next one on the list, which is, again, I might get flack for this because like
it's gonna be Hulk 2008.
No, it's not. It's Endgame. I know Endgame is like a lot of fan service and a culmination event, but like to me, it's mainly like the theater experience that does it for me because that was one of the best theater experiences that I had, and then also the moments like the highs of Endgame are very high. The lows are like to me not that bad. Like it's slow at points, but it's worth it.
2 hours.
I wouldn't even say that. I was pretty much locked in the whole film, like the whole traveling through time. Like
I couldn't get locked into all the Thor stuff. The Thor stuff took me out of the movie.
I like the Thor stuff a lot. What the fuck? Hold on. What was wrong with the?
We know after watching the Superman trailer that Grayson doesn't like any comedy in his movie. He doesn't like it. We know.
Yeah, Edgelord 3234 over here.
Yeah.
Like yo, remember?
Yo, this guy K has told me just don't cuss in this segment. He's cussed at least 5 times.
Bro, what did I say? Oh, I said I did curse. I'm gonna bleep it. It's fine. But I just want to point out that this guy Grayson reminds me so much of the James Gunn meme where it's like him pointing and it's like you're 12 years old and you're 18.
Yes.
Like when he he didn't actually say that, but that's the meme that the people on Twitter created because he was like, maybe I'm talking about some Indian kid somewhere. He was just making an example. That's just dead ass Grayson.
I
remember that shit first came out. That was
just dead ass shit, bro. Yo, Grayson, when someone cracks any joke in his film, bro, he just turns into a complete nincompoop, bro. Like I swear, bro. Oh man.
There were no jokes. That's how bad it should be.
Yeah, no, genuinely, if they're doing that to Batman, you're feeling the exact same way, bro.
It just depends how the comedy is done though, because like Batman has very good dry humor. Like if you watch Justice League, I could give you a perfect example off the top of my head. When Jon Stewart and Shira are in the elevator and they're about to kiss, Batman walks in, he's like, "Glad I caught you before you did anything stupid." Like that shit's funny. That type of humor can work for Batman all day, every day.
Like imagine if James Gunn directed a Batman movie. You guys really all think that that's the type of humor that's gonna be in
Yes.
your Batman movie?
Yes.
And not,
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes. Yes.
No.
Batman's gonna be calling
then-
Robin chum and everything.
That's lore accurate. I don't mind. I don't mind him calling Robin
Gee
chum.
Willikers, Batman. Gee
Yo,
Willikers.
hold on. Dan Water's the best Nightwing writer, according to Grayson. He just wrote a scene in his current Nightwing run where Nightwing was saying some crazy shit like that. I know when he was Robin in the flashback.
really, bro, in a sarcastic way.
Yeah, so what's wrong if that happens in the movie?
It's not gonna be sarcastic.
All right, bro. That's neither here nor there. Back to my
All right,
list.
let's
I said Infinity
yeah.
War. I said Infinity War. Then I said Daredevil. Then I
Daredevil.
said Endgame. After that, I go Winter Soldier because Winter Soldier to me is the best Captain America movie. I think it's the best solo movie in the MCU, like easily.
Mhm.
Yeah.
The tone of Winter Soldier, again, similar to Daredevil, it's very refreshing. Like you feel fully immersed in like the lore of Captain America in that movie.
Also, like Winter Soldier's theme is perfect. Like how eerie it is the entire time.
Yes.
It's amazing. I love it.
I think that's one of the most. It's not completely faithful because obviously there's more like cosmic stuff going on in like the actual like Ed Brubaker comic, but in Winter Soldier, I think that it's pretty good to like the core themes of that comic.
I agree.
Yeah.
And also another thing, I think that that's probably the best dialogue for Captain America in the MCU, like in that film, like the speech that he gives when he like is alerting all of the Shield members that Hydra has essentially
there.
corrupted from the inside. That speech is one of like the greatest Captain America moments in all of the MCU. That movie has really good dialogue just all across the board. So that's my number 4. And then at number 5 I have Civil War because to me, I think it's just a step below Civil War because it kind of continues off of those same themes and tones to a certain degree. But I feel like not to say that it's overstuffed or anything, because it's not. I would prefer if there were more characters, but I do think that because of the characters being there, the writing and the execution of the story wasn't as up to par as Winter Soldier, in my opinion. Like it's not as, how can I explain it? Winter Soldier is like a very consistent, straightforward, like it's like it keeps getting more and more. It's more and more exciting all the way through. I feel like in Civil War it doesn't have that same pace to me. It's not like it's not bad by any means. It's like it's 1A, 1B to me. Like they're very close, but I would say Winter Soldier is a little bit better. That's my
What
top
about your
5.
honorable mention?
Honorable mention though.
Honorable
What's
mention.
your honorable mention?
I have to think off the top of my head because I'm looking at my letterbox and this is like my top comic book movies, and I don't have an honorable mention here that isn't like they're Fox. It's either Sony or Fox, so I have to think off the top of my head. And I guess we could say Age of Ultron, low key.
Mm-hmm.
I think that would, yeah.
That's all.
Fair.
Or Avengers.
Everybody was looking at me weird when I
Actually, wait. Avengers 1 might low key also be a good honorable mention. The only reason why I say Avengers 1 is because to me, I'm a stickler for lore accurate shit to me, and I personally just feel like in that movie specifically, Hulk and Thor's dynamic and the way that they were portrayed.
By the way.
I don't actively defend Lanterns at all. I've criticized every single thing about Lanterns since it's come out. I don't know why we just lied publicly. Like those videos don't exist. But
You
everything.
can go back to them.
Yeah, you can. We can. There. You won't find it, guys. It doesn't exist. It doesn't exist.
Small amount of Lanterns criticism.
It doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. I've criticized everything about Lanterns. That being said,
you're saying the small amount of Lanterns criticism doesn't exist.
That being it does. No, the criticism.
You don't.
No, I'm saying. No, I criticize Lanterns. I'm saying that the claim. I'm saying no. I'm saying you saying I don't criticize Lanterns doesn't exist. Yeah, let me. I was giving my honorable mention. But Abyss cut me off. I was just saying that I think Hulk and Thor's dynamic in Avengers 1 and also like the atmosphere, Shield, Nick Fury, I feel like it was the most comic booky Avengers movie to me. So I could throw it in there. Yeah, but Ultron or Avengers 1 to me, honorable mentions. 6. Go ahead. Sorry for keeping you waiting.
Man, number one, I think I have Avengers.
Blade number
Infinity.
one. That's the best MCU project of all time.
Blade was the one that started all of this shit. No, I'm joking. I have Avengers. I have Avengers Infinity War at number one. I think possibly the greatest theater experience that I've ever had with any movie. I think it was done beautifully. Had me crying like a big baby in that movie. That movie was great. I loved it. I loved it.
Okay.
Number two, Captain America Civil War, which really should become called Avengers Civil War, but whatever, I digress. Captain America Civil War, thought it was great. All the characters were introduced beautifully. First time we got to see Spider-Man in the MCU.
Also
thought it was
Black
great.
Panther.
I loved it. Yeah, also Black Panther as
Yeah.
well. Avengers Civil War is, I think Gravity said this too. That is one of those movies that I can constantly go
Avengers
back
Civil
and
War.
watch. Yeah, Avengers Civil War.
American Civil War.
Avengers Civil War is one of those movies that I can always go back and just not get
Yep.
bored of watching.
He did it again.
I love it. I did it on purpose. Like, it's just not a Captain America movie; it's an Avengers movie.
That's part of the reason why I had it lower. But go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah. Number three, I actually have Avengers 1. Avengers 1 was a peak movie for most of the reasons why Casey, I love the what is it? The banter between
Cap and Tony.
I love the Cap and Tony, the banter between Cap and Tony. I love their dynamic in the movie, and of course how it progressed later. But number four, what am I on? Number three, number four. Oh, number four. Even though I don't want to, I low key, and it's not because it's bad, but I think I have to go Daredevil. Daredevil was really good. I didn't even when the show first dropped, I didn't care. I always of course I knew about it. I read Daredevil, but I just didn't really care about watching him in a show like that. But after watching the show, like, that was the show that made me go back and also read more about Daredevil, because that just made me so enthralled with the character. I thought
Daredevil's one of those shows that makes you like once you've read a little bit of the comics, you familiarize yourself a little bit more. It's one of those shows that you appreciate more after the fact.
Yeah, definitely.
Especially season 1. Like season 3, I think is the peak of the show, but season 1 was like really like Men Without Fear, Daredevil Yellow.
Number five has to be Avengers Ultron. For the same reasons you all said. Ultron was just he's peaking that movie. His lines, his quote, everything was just good about that movie. And number five, I have to go Black Panther. Like, it just.
Did you?
Sorry. Honorable mention. I did honorable mention. It's got to be Black Panther.
Yeah, Black Panther.
I was thinking about putting him before Daredevil, but I couldn't for some reason. Like some of the movies that had like some of the downsides, like Spider CGI. One thing that really stood out for me in that movie that I love, I think it's like the best scene in this movie, where he's talking to T'Chaka when he's talking to him like it is dead, and basically coming to his realization of everything in the movie, like going against the grain and tradition and everything. I love that. So. Yeah, that's my honorable mention.
That performance.
His performance was amazing.
Yeah, he was tweaking. That shit was funny.
All of you are wrong.
Yeah. Nah.
Genuinely, I think he was the best actor in the MCU for his performance.
I agree too. I agree.
I think so.
I agree.
It's either him or who else? Maybe James
Chris Evans, Captain America.
Chris Evans was good, but like I don't.
Bro, it's Winter Soldier, bro. It's Winter Soldier. Bro, he said that's a price I'm willing to pay. Bro, bro, it's aura, bro. I'm sorry, bro.
See, the thing about Chris Evans, it's
when you think Captain America, Chris Evans has it. So it could be Chris Evans. I also think Josh Brolin as Thanos, that could also be one of them.
Josh Brolin.
Also, who voiced Ultron? I forgot his name.
James Spader.
James Spader. There we go. I would throw him in there, honestly.
Those are my like. Obviously, MBJ as Michael B. Jordan as
Killmonger.
Loki. Well, Loki, the dude who played Loki. I also think he gave great performances.
Tom Hiddleston.
Yeah, Tom Hiddleston. I would throw him in there.
He plays Loki very well.
He did a great job in the show as well. I'm surprised that Gravity had that in his list, but you didn't, Abyss. I feel like you glaze that show all the time.
You do glaze.
Yeah.
Like, it's a great show.
Like Loki's top 10. No, Loki's top 10. I just wouldn't put over those 5. I think that 5 is pretty concrete.
It's good 5.
That's good five.
No, everybody had a pretty good look.
I feel like for the most part we all like almost had like
nobody had a
the same
crazy
top five,
yeah.
just like
No top
just
five.
made
No, you had the crazy take with Thunderbolts, buddy.
Yeah. You were the only one, but I think that was
You know what's crazy? You know what's so crazy? He's such an oxymoron because he's like this stickler for comedy, but likes Thunderbolts. You like Thunderbolts.
What?
No, I said you're such this stickler for like comedy in these movies, and you don't like when they're like poorly executed, but you like Thunderbolts.
To be funny, like the comedy just has.
They're
to be funny.
genuinely. I name one funny moment from Thunderbolts.
When this guy's talking about like, oh, we're the same. What kind of super soldier serum you got, bro? Like when they're talking about that shit's like dry. Like it's not dry humor, but it's like.
Word,
This is my face watching that scene.
like that's
Like, there were certain parts of that movie. I don't know about Kay. I think he said he did, but I don't know for sure. There were certain parts of that movie I dead ass almost fell asleep.
no, me too.
Sick falling asleep means absolutely
guys, like-
nothing. He takes 4 naps a day.
Brave
No,
New
okay.
Brave New World was actually
Him falling
interesting
asleep in
though.
a movie
Brave New World was
doesn't
actually
matter.
interesting.
If I fall asleep,
I didn't start to lock in until I didn't start to lock in until Century started going crazy. That's when I started to lock in a little bit. But
I won't disrespect that much. I was trying to lock in, but like, bro, that whole, you know what pissed me off when they were escaping the little like not holding area, but the little facility that the I forgot the chick's name that was trying to like terminate them after she like viewed them as expendable.
Yeah, president.
When they were fleeing and they were like in this like little desert valley, and Red Guardian, he's in the car, and he's like trying to find Yelena. And he drives up, and he's like mad for. They're like prone on the floor. They see him in the distance, and he's like, Yelena! Ah! The whole time, this is my face.
No, I don't think that was funny. I think over the top.
It wasn't, bro. Bro. I was watching it. I'm sitting here. There's a bunch of goofies in the theater next to me laughing. Oh man, it's so funny. I'm like, what are we laughing at right now?
Okay, I promise you, if there was a directed by James Gunn at the end, this guy would be bursting out.
I don't even like. Hold on, we cannot apply that logic because we all know that I personally hated Peacemaker Season 2, and I like James Gunn's projects. Peacemaker Season 2 was not good for similar reasons as to why Thunderbolts wasn't good. It's just, it's a bunch of nothingness.
There's like a flaws.
A nothing burger.
It's a bunch of nothing burger. Outside of Bob. Wait, what'd you say?
That movie had crazy amounts of like substance in many different.
No. Abyss. Thunderbolts had substance surrounding the substance to me. It surrounded Bob. It surrounded U.S. Agent, and it surrounded Bucky. Everything else is a nothing burger. It's a nothing burger. I don't care about Yelena.
Hold on.
I don't care. It doesn't do a good job of making you. Why do I care about Yelena?
I don't know if you're either. I don't know if he's either stupid or blasted up with too much testosterone, so he just can't feel any empathy. But
all that rage.
I feel empathy.
The purpose of the movie was getting over the depression of like losing her sister. Her whole mental arc of going from like a loner to family, although it's a pretty played out arc. The whole
you think it's every arc that we've ever seen with every type of character in that specific genre, but 10 times worse. I don't think that no disrespect to Florence Pugh, I don't think that her performance as Yelena is that good. I don't like her accent as her Russia. It takes me out. It's not as investing to me. I'm sorry. Like maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me. Because I can't. I don't feel attached to it at all. It's not tangible.
Bro, what do you mean her accent, bro? She was a Russian.
I didn't like it. It sounded bad. It didn't sound like a good Russian accent.
This is exactly what do you call Black Widow sounded like in the Ultimates movie. Like you didn't watch it growing up, but like the Ultimates movie.
I didn't watch that movie growing up, but okay, I was a kid. You think I was caring about the accent when I was 8?
Yo, Six.
I'm just saying, like that's what like a Russian agent would sound like. Russian,
bro. That's what I'm saying. 6, like yo, 6, but you're good.
This guy's having a side conversation.
No. But no, see, that's the thing. That's the part that I love. Now, maybe Kate, you're gonna have to blip this out. Maybe I'm a soft bitch, right? But that was the part of the movie that really got me was the mental health aspect of the movie. I thought that that was did really well.
Yes, with
If
Bob.
I didn't care. Before going into this movie, I didn't care about Yelena. I didn't care about Bob. I didn't care about none of them. Though that part of it, I take the back about take back the part about locking in when Century was starting to go crazy. That was the part I started to lock in. I thought that was done really well. It was done beautifully and made me actually feel something for these characters because I don't really have prior knowledge of them going in beforehand of this movie, so that made me care about them in this movie. It did a beautiful job of doing that.
Seeing, like, I will say this, like, I don't think Thunderbolts is top 5. I don't think it has that top 5 potential, but I did like the movie. And, like, one of my favorite scenes in that movie isn't even, like, centered around Sentry or anything. It's Florence Pugh's, like, I already forgot her name, Yelena. It's Yelena's conversation with Bob. Like right after she crashes out in the
her
scene.
best.
Like I absolutely
great performance.
Her best scenes.
Took like Yelena. Like I care about Yelena now way more than I've ever cared about Black Widow during her entirety of the MCU.
I like her way better than
I genuinely care about Yelena.
Another thing that put it was not only was the substance itself was good, but the performance that she put on too in that scene was just absolutely amazing.
Yes.
That it was so good.
And I loved U.S. Agent. Every scene with U.S. Agent was
John Walker.
He was great in that movie.
So much aura, bro. That guy.
John Walker scenes had the most emotional impact for me. Him and Bob. I think Yelena's scenes are only good dialogue wise to me when she's interacting with Bob and trying to help further his mental progression. I don't think that any of her backstory to me it's not tangible to me. I value John Walker like when we find out the tragedy of his family and shit, like, or when like the rest of the Thunderbolts find out, because he's like he puts on this like act of like being the super masculine, like, oh, I'm the best on the team type of dude, but then in reality like his actual life is fucked up. He does that trope way better than the trope that Yelena embodies. Like it's just not even close to me. Like maybe it's because I have more of a personal connection to that trope than Yelena's, but to me, I can't connect with it, bro.
So he can't really relate to it, bro.
But I get what you're saying, but I feel like his perspective and how he feels just amplifies her perspective like even more. Like I feel like they go like hand in. So I feel like
I'm not saying they don't go.
One, you have to like the other.
No, you don't. Because the reason why I don't like the other, I don't think that Yelena is poorly written or anything of that nature. I don't think the performance doesn't grab me. The performance, and again, no disrespect to Florence Pugh, the performance, it's boring to me. I don't care about it. She doesn't. You know how, like, Grayson, we talked about The Dark Knight before. Remember how you were saying that Heath Ledger's Joker grabs you, like it makes you feel something? I don't care about Yelena. I don't.
No, but I do. That's what
I don't.
With Heath Ledger, though, first of all, there's nobody in the MCU aside from like maybe the 5 people maybe a few more other than the 5 people we spoke about that like they grab you like how Heath Ledger grabs you. I think that like Florence Pugh, her performance in the movie, it's on par with most of like the good performance. Like it's better than Natasha. Like what's her name? Scarlett Johansson as Natasha Romanoff.
If I had to rank MCU performances, like she that would probably be in the top 10. Like
all right. Let's wrap up.
Elena in Doomsday, I would feel more than when they killed Natasha in Endgame, bro.
Yes.
Like, 100%. Yeah, bro. Like I don't give a fuck about Natasha Romanoff, bro. I like Yelena Belova.
I think we've lost the plot. Let's wrap that topic up. Let's head over into the.
Do we want to do?
I think we do.
I think already been an hour. Okay.
We're rounding out at an hour, but we can go a little bit over. It's just a podcast. It doesn't really matter.
We're 2 hours.
We already promised. Yeah, no, it's not gonna take us that long. We already promised the audience that we were talking about lanterns anyway in the beginning. So
we promised them something last time. We didn't provide it. They're already expecting us now to provide it.
Yeah.
This is not true. What did we promise last time that we didn't provide?
We had like 5 different segments.
We only had time for 3.
Oh yeah, no, you're right. All right. Okay.
I'll try to get this as quick as possible because I do want to.
All right, let me just give the little preface. So Lanterns obviously announced with Gods and Monsters. We haven't really heard. We have heard a lot more about the show now, but we still don't have any tangible looks. We don't have a trailer. We don't have any behind the scenes shots.
What do you mean? We have that phenomenal first look. We have that great first look.
Well, I was gonna get to that. And let's hold our horses. Let's not let the rage consume us yet. the only look that we've got at the show was the set photo of Hal Jordan and Jon Stewart walking in some type of valley, it appears to be. And outside of that, everything that we've heard about the show since day one, well, not since day one, since the casting has been alarming.
What, September of last year?
Whenever it was first announced that they were looking for a Hal Jordan within the age range of 39 to late 40s, early 50s, and then they went completely out of that and cast a 59-year-old, that's when, to me, everything went downhill.
I think he's 60 now.
You trying to get a lantern at 6 age? Crazy.
Yeah,
Crazy.
for real.
Crazy.
Like, I forget
Crazy.
lines.
It's.
Go ahead,
said
Gravity.
this
I know you
ever
want to go.
since
Go ahead.
Casting news dropped. I was like, when are we going to hear good things about Lanterns, right? Because Aaron as Jon Stewart, I love that casting. He was my pick when they showed.
That was
people they were
was
looking
one
at.
of the best things and that happened
Yes.
before the Hal
And-
Jordan news. So I was
Here
like,
we go.
okay.
Here we go. That is the only good thing we have heard about Lanterns. The only good thing. Nothing else we've heard except for maybe True Detective, which, you know, we'll have to actually like see the show to see how that kind of theme works with Lanterns. But keeping that off to the side, everything that we know for a fact about Lanterns right now makes it sound like it's going to be one of the worst comic book projects of all time. How are we going to have Hal be 60 teaching Jon Stewart? We have his love interest, or whoever she's going to be, is also around 50 years old. We have Sinestro 50 years old. I don't know why that decision was
60,
made.
60
That's
actually, 60.
He was 52 or 53.
Or
You can look it up
Thompson?
right now.
I'm
Ulrich
pretty
Thompson,
sure.
yeah,
Maybe
52
hold
or
up.
53.
Ulrich
No,
Thompson.
Owen Thompson is, I think, 10 years older than
But that boy is 61.
Sorry. Sorry.
That guy is.
My bad. That's even worse. Okay. And like, why are we going that old for Sinestro? Like, I completely get that. You know, in the comics, Sinestro is 100 like plus 10 years old. I forget what exactly it is, but he's not like physically old. We see what he looks like physically old in Hal Jordan and the Green Lantern Corps. He's not like that. And then we also have what else is there? That first look, right? That is, I don't even think there's an argument for this against this. That is the worst like first look in comic book project history. I don't think there's a worse one. I don't. Does anybody disagree with that here?
I don't think so.
No.
Loki, the Superman one was kind of mid too. Like me and
It-
Kay, we saw that at the same time. That one was kind of mid, but it wasn't as
Oh,
bad
that-
as the.
Okay, hold on. Let me weigh in. Let me weigh in.
No, it is better, but like I remember the one we were like.
The Superman first look was disappointing to me because the costume looked dog shit in that shot. Like it looked really bad.
Yeah, no, it was a bad first look.
So I was, and then he was battle damaged. He was in the dark, so I couldn't tell what the colors are gonna be. I'm thinking they're going dark again. We literally just came from the Snyderverse, so I'm getting PTSD. But then when they dropped them set photos, I was like, "Oh, sorry, bet I can work with this." Lanterns, on the other hand,
Have there been any set leaks?
no, everything's been pretty confined and behind closed
It's been pretty
doors.
confined, which that is like one of the few things I love, right? I'm not trying to have too much come out about the show before I watch the show. Like I want to be surprised. I'm not trying to have leakers leak every single thing that's happening about that show. But at the same time, with what we do know, I kind of wish they had never told us. Like I can't like tell you good things about the show. I genuinely can't. Like the Lantern mythos is my favorite part about DC. I love it more than anything else. Love it more than Batman, his mythos, Superman, his mythos, anything.
More than my children.
And exactly. And you see, the thing with Green Lantern is Green Lantern mythos, when Jeff Johns expanded upon it, is one of the best things to come out of DC, undeniably. And that's one of the greatest solo runs of all time. But now he's my grandpa. Sinestro is my grandpa. His possible love interest, I don't know who she is. She's my grandma. And now it's getting to the point of, is this just the Unk League? Like, is just Superman, Batman going to be young? Well, I know Wonder Woman's probably going to be young, okay? But, like, it also questions us about the dynamics. Because if they're going with Parallax, why should the heroes feel a lick of sympathy for him? Why? All they know right now is if he becomes Parallax, they just know that some random fuck-ass Green Lantern that is supposedly, because they're going to say supposedly the greatest Lantern of all time is evil now. And the only person who has a connection to him is Jon Stewart. We're not going to see the great dynamic with Batman, the great dynamic with Green Arrow, the great dynamic with Flash. And one of the biggest things throughout Zero Hour is his dynamic with Green Arrow. That's where we get that iconic page of Green Arrow in front of the statue. And that's completely annihilated. And then it doesn't matter how good Green Lantern Rebirth is. It doesn't matter if Hal comes back to life. You've already ruined the road getting there. I don't care if it's paved at the end. I don't. It doesn't matter. Nothing is good. Nothing. You get that part. I don't care.
Oh, you forgot the costumes, bro. You forgot the costumes.
Oh yeah. Hey, let's talk about the costume.
No, can I start this off because
No.
this was very disappointing for me specifically.
Good.
So, okay, as Gravity just went through with all the things that are already wrong with the series. On top of
I
that,
probably forgot something too. There's so much.
you probably did. We'll circle back to it. But on top of that, not only is the entire lore and mythos pretty much cooked because Hal Jordan, who is the centerpiece of all of it, he's a goner, like guaranteed. If he's not a goner, it's going to be a half-assed version of what we got in the comics, which could be good. Very low % chance. We have to see, but still, it's just going to be subpar in comparison to what we could have got. That being said, they can't even give us the decency of having him be in a good-looking costume for his possible only appearance in the DCU. We're getting the Earth 1 suits, the Earth 1 space jackets.
Don't forget that the power battery looks like a fire hydrant.
Now, hold on. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not even mad at the power battery looking like a fire hydrant because at least you can go back to pre-crisis, post-crisis, and be like, oh, that's the battery that used to look like. So okay.
And then it opens the question of why are we pulling from the most chopped era of the Green Lanterns?
You know what?
Why
Honestly, we spoke about this multiple times. I'm not even mad at pulling from that era if you're gonna do it correctly. Go ahead. What'd you say, Abyss?
It's because Tom King thinks like that era of Hal is good.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'd be surprised if Tom King read any era of Hal.
Yeah, to be honest, I would too.
Bro,
It doesn't stop him from having a favorite.
Oh, here, real quick. I forgot to add this, and I want to add it on. One of the things that made the Jeff Johns run like phenomenal wasn't just the expansion of the mythos. It was Hal's character progressed through that expansion, right? Because when he went through Larfleeze, he temporarily was an Orange Lantern. When he went through the arc with Atrocitus, he temporarily was a Red Lantern. When he went through the stuff with St. Walker, he temporarily was a Blue Lantern. And that stuff expanded on his character and let his character grow. So now one of two things is happening. One, we're just not going to see that at all. That's just not going to happen. Two,
or already did happen. Or
there's three, my bad. Or two, they're going to just give that to Jon Stewart.
The greatest Green Lantern.
That's just what they're doing. Or three, they're just not gonna have it. The speed face. They're just not gonna have it, and it already happened. And you have that phenomenal storytelling you could have had. And that's when you bring up the conversation of what is comic accurate, right? Because my thing here is not everything has to be one-to-one. You can have things merely inspired upon multiple different aspects of multiple different stories and have a good story. That's not one-to-one with the comics. We had that with the animated series with Green Lantern First Flight, and the second animated movie that I'm forgetting the name of. But just nothing about this movie outside of and I used to joke about this, but now it seems true. Outside of the fact that Hal Jordan and Jon Stewart exist, that seems to be pretty much it for comic book accuracy.
Yeah. I mean, I think John's gonna be pretty cool.
By the way.
I would like to get my thoughts out of the way because
yes, please, Six. Let's have your thoughts.
It's not a lot since I'm the only one here. In the spirit of being honest, I'm the only one that will admit that I have not read much Green Lantern at all. I'm the only one that will do that, right? The only thing that I have read is the only thing I have read in full is Blackest Night. Read Blackest Night, all the tie-ins. I read a smidge of the Jeff Johns run, a smidge, and I've also read a smidge of Absolute Green Lantern.
I'm currently reading the Jeff Johns run right now, actually. So I don't know. I don't know if that stray was directed towards me, but I could bet I've read more Green Lantern than you.
While I'm talking, figure it out for yourself. Figure it out for yourself while I'm talking. But I've read a smidge of Absolute Green Lantern. So I'm not gonna lie. I'm putting my faith in the gun, hoping the gun don't jam. You feel me? Like any, and that's the
Well, I
thing.
mean, hey, for
The gun's
Peacemaker,
not even loaded right now, bro.
Yeah, the
gun
gun
wasn't
shit.
even
We
loaded, I
don't
don't
know
think.
nothing about it. The gun's not even loaded yet. So I don't know. So I'm hoping it's good because I want all of the DCU to
Yeah,
be good,
like,
even the parts that I don't really.
exactly.
Yeah, even the parts that I don't really mess with, I still want it to be good because it's still DC. Still want it to be good, and I still like Green Lantern as a character. So hey, Mr. Gunn,
Yeah.
don't jam, bro.
I get it. Like, I want it to be good too, right? Like, I would love nothing more than to have like such a good representation of like all characters, not just Hal, not just John, not just Sinestro, for all the characters. I would love to say that, but right now, I just feel like I'm just a hater because I just haven't heard stuff that's kept me.
There's nothing
wanting
for
to
you to
watch
be
Hey, bro,
positive. I
if
get
they
it. There's
do
nothing
mess
really
up
for you to be
Lanterns,
positive about.
I'm gonna end my rant right there, though. I'm not trying to have this podcast take too long.
All right. Well,
I got one more question. Gravity, if they do like mess up lanterns, or at least Hal, let's say they mess up Hal. Let's say the
Yeah.
lantern mythos still goes on with John, which it probably will. Is that like cooked? Like the DC is just cooked for you right there, or is it? You got anything else you're
As
looking
I
for?
said before, right? That is like the thing I care about. That's it.
Mhm.
Like right there. I care about that more than anything else in DC. Lantern Mythos is what I love, and it's what I know. I have read every single Green Lantern run. I have read almost every single Hal Jordan appearance, almost all 5,000 of them. Like, I love the Lanterns dearly. So to see this happening makes me not to just want to support the DCU in any way, shape, or form, because I don't want to support any bad representation of any character.
Grav is boycotting the DCU. That's he is
Oh, no,
boycotting.
they're
He is boycotting.
listen,
Release some
I
lanterns.
just can't bring myself to watch it.
Oh, you're not gonna watch the show?
no, he's gonna watch it.
I'm gonna
He
watch
has to
it.
watch it.
Like, I'm gonna watch it, and it's going to be like I need to be able to critique it as best I can, and in order to do that, I have to watch it.
That's
This is
fair.
true.
That's fair.
This is true. Yeah, he pretty much landed it. I don't have much to
Yeah.
add. I agree. I tried to give him the benefit of the doubt. I was trying to theorize Parallax and Green Lantern Rebirth, but it just shit was copium.
Something that you'll never really hear Kay say is that I don't really have much to add. So, Grab it. You really did sum that up pretty well. You
Yeah,
don't
it's
hear him
like-
say that much.
Six,
That's
how,
cool.
six, how about you add these nuts? How about you add these nuts to the back of your throat?
Before we continue, let's end the podcast here. I want to hop on the game.
All right, so as you just heard my co-host, we're ending the podcast to go play video games.
Yep.
That being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of the pod, and until next time, it has been the Hive
Bye.
Mind. We'll see you guys on the next one.